Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Four Eyes Academia. Today I'm joined by Ifat, aka the Bakuhime, Shakira, Huda, and you all know Estelle. And I'm Tids. Say hi, everyone.
Yay. Hello.
Guys.
So today's episode is a bit different than usual. As you can see, we're all ladies here, and we're going to be talking about our favorite romance tropes that we like and hate in K-dramas and anime and beyond. So, right, this is just going to be like a casual discussion, guys. Just talking about the mushy shit we like. But I do have one question just to kick off the discussion to get the ball rolling. And I just want to know what everyone's first romance anime or K-drama was. So what got you hooked? Anyone wants to go first?
My first one.
I don't even remember.
I want to say it's My Little Monster.
My Little Monster. Was that a manga first?
I'm not sure if it was. I don't know because I just watched the anime. But what's the Japanese name? I think everybody knows it by the Japanese name.
I think it's Tonari no Kaibutsu,
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
something like that. Yeah. Yeah, loved that one. I think that's what got me hooked because a lot of them, like, I don't know if you guys do this, but I just get through romance anime, like watch all 16 episodes, and I'm just like,
we know. I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, but hey, I made it through. But if I started with like those kinds of ones, I never would have been into it. But because I had that first one, I was like, okay, I'm gonna push through the rest, basically.
Yeah, I hear that. Because even like nowadays, I always say, oh, I don't have time for anime. I can't keep up with it. But I remember when Wotakoi came out and how I had to let it pile up so I could binge several episodes at once because I just could not stand waiting every week.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing at once as well. Yeah, that was a drug, mate. We don't get that often.
Oh my god. My obsession with that anime manga is unhealthy. Like, Tid saw me have a breakdown the other day. Like, I had a full-on break.
I cried because
parents see my breakdowns as well. Like, I couldn't find the manga, and like Amazon Prime like delayed my pre-order, and I was just there like, what is the point in life? What happened?
Man, I need to read it because I've just watched the anime and I need more.
Oh, you need. And like the manga volumes are like this thick as well. They come out so sporadically though. I ordered volume 2 twice by accident instead of volume 2 and volume 3, and I cried because I went back to check for volume 3, and they're like, oh yeah, check back in November, hun. And I was like, and this was like August. I was just like, well, that's it then. Like, what am I meant to do?
Boy.
Yeah. What about you, Kira? What was the beginning of the end?
Well, anime ever was Nana.
Really?
Yeah. So...
Oh, you went in on the deep end. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Nana.
As in,
I don't respect myself.
Nosedive.
Huh?
So you literally nosedived into that, didn't you?
You flew into it.
Yeah.
Mad.
Okay, that's an intense one.
Yeah, but I think that I mean that was my first one, so I wasn't really into romance as it was because that was when I was quite young and stuff. When I got back into anime like at a later age, I think the one that really clinched it for me was Honey and Clover. I don't know if any of you guys have watched it.
I know that one. Yeah,
it's been on my list for years. Yes.
That was I mean, it's not even all about romance, it's just sort of about life. I guess it's like Nana, it's sort of like life lessons and stuff like that and growing up. But yeah, those were the two that it's the drug now, you know.
The drug.
Yeah.
Literally.
Injection time, you know.
What about you, Estelle?
I think the first kind of I think I'd say it was Fruits Baskets.
Oh, snap.
Basket. I remember watching and reading that like years and years ago, like a secondary school or something. And like when I was like, back in school, there wasn't a lot of like nerdy people who were into manga. And I probably knew maybe about 2 people. And one girl telling me, you should read Fruits Baskets. And I was like, what? Yeah, you should really watch it. And it was actually quite cool. It kind of was like the first type of anime series that kind of opened up that whole world of like romance and stuff for me. I'm not sure if Fruits Baskets was the first series for you guys, but it's definitely, I think it was for me.
Not watched it. So.
It was my first one too. I remember I saw, obviously, all the anime we grew up watching that we didn't really consider anime, they were just cartoons. Because so off the back of that, I was in my school library. I saw the volume on display, and obviously I just immediately another like cartoon thingy to get into, and then obviously it was completely different. And like even though it's a shoujo manga, there are certain themes in it that are quite like darker and stuff like that. So that really like set me on that path. It was my first manga ever actually. So before any of like the popular battle shonens, so a romance manga actually got me into the genre. Yeah. So it's nice to hear about everyone's first manga. I feel like this like explains a lot about everyone. Like everyone's first like
no lies.
Drugs.
But that brings me back to another discussion. Like obviously new things come out all the time, like dramas and anime, but I think everyone has their like comfort kind of show or anime. Like I think for me, my first drama was Cheese in the Trap, but I still enjoyed
Me too.
That's intense, you know. That's
I know. I
like that's some possessive shit.
I think
Yeah.
I think the
Can't
drama
lie.
was cool, but like it kind of like after a certain point, it kind of like segued into its own thing. Kind of like there wasn't enough of the canon to like adapt, so they just did their own thing. So I still preferred the webtoon. But I think the first drama I enjoyed and like went in head first was Weightlifting Fairy, Kim Bok.
Oh, guys.
I could watch that for the rest of my
Anything.
life. I don't think
Yeah.
So cute.
it will lose
Me
the
too.
flavor. So yeah, that's my comfort one. One day I'll finish Goblin.
Bro, I
Goblin.
can't
What?
believe
But Goblin is
I
not
mean-
a comfort. Goblin is intense.
2018.
I mean, I also tell people that I will catch up to One Piece one day, so who knows? But I will. Like, after we finish recording, I could watch Weightlifting Fairy again. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys.
Yeah.
I've watched
it's true.
K-dramas like so many times, and I still haven't finished Goblin, and that was the first K-drama.
I literally binged that. Like, I put in a shift for that. That was my first K-drama full shift. I worked hard and I finished it.
You put in a shift.
Finished it. It was a lot, and it was the first one that completely broke my heart as well, because usually I'm just like, I'm involved in the story, you know, and then when they catch it out, I'm like, oh man. But with Goblin, I was like, yeah, this has ruined me. This has completely ruined me.
Goblin ruined me as well. You know.
I think it was the slow beginning, because like I hear you guys talk about it, and it's like I know I'll love this. Like if I could just sit down and watch it, but like I think because it's just, and I know why the build up is a bit slow, because they have to do all this world building and explaining, but I will get to it one day. But I just think it's funny because that was my introduction to Lee Dong-wook, and now he's like my husband, and because of him I watched the other one where he's the lawyer, Touch Your Heart. That is also my
Guys.
shit.
Now this is a smash hit.
That's
Let's get into it. This is
Number-
a banger.
no, that's a bestseller. Like
It's so good. Oh my day. Because I was going through a drought where I was just not feeling K-dramas for a while. And then I found that one. Like I got a Vicky. Is it Vicky? Like you, I don't know, subscription. And I was like, oh my god, I know these two. They're from Goblin, right? Let's get into it. And I was like, I'm back in my bag. This is so good. And it's like quite lighthearted as well. It's like serious professionally because they're lawyers. And I think there's a bit of drama, but not too much. The rest is like pretty much, what is it? Fluffy, like lighthearted.
yeah.
Yeah. You should watch it still. Kira, you would love it.
I know.
You would
there's-
love it.
you know what? There's so many that I know I should watch, and I don't have a reason why I haven't watched it. Just
But you would watch Oh My Venus 7 times over.
The reason why you wouldn't watch it is because we spend all our time
There was
watching
no
the
need
old
for
shit
that.
because it's
Yeah.
comfortable and it's
Rewatching
safe.
the one.
oh yeah, I have like
Crack,
I have
isn't it?
three
You keep
comfort.
inserting the same crack.
What iffy?
It's like crack, isn't it? You keep inserting the same crack.
Keep on looking for a
Why do you
vein.
need- I know
There's
why.
always a vein.
Yeah, Oh My Venus is definitely Kira's crack. I know that for sure.
I have three like comfort K-dramas. I'm currently rewatching another one. One of them got taken off Netflix. I'm so upset.
Which one?
Which one was it?
It's called Discovery of Love.
Is that the one with the guys fly kicking?
Like in all of them, sis.
Oh yeah, true, guys. They love a fly kick.
If we want
That's
to talk
so
about
true.
tropes, that's the one. It's not a K-drama
Oh.
if you don't have a fly
It's
kick.
gonna
the
get
up
into
in the
tropes,
air
Keep talking.
trope. Oh my days. I hate that
What
shit.
about crack?
No, it's Oh My Venus. I mean, I don't need to explain.
Mhm.
I don't need to explain.
No words need to be said, sis. We know.
Just look. You don't need to. Discovery of Love is another one, but that just got taken off Netflix, so I need to find another way to watch it because I think it might be my favorite of all time. And the third one is One Spring Night, which I've told you bitches to watch so many times and you haven't.
I don't recall.
Didn't I watch this with you?
No, that was the
we
movie.
Watched some.
No, that was the movie, and it has the same actor in it. And I said, yeah, you would like it. And then
Okay, yeah, I loved that movie. That was great.
Yeah, it was such a good movie.
Yeah, it was good.
But
did you guys get into K-dramas because of webtoons?
For me, yeah, because She's in the Trap was my first one.
I had no clue about dramas, you know. I was just reading manga, then I heard about webtoons, so I started reading webtoons, and I read She's in the Trap, and Tiz was like, oh, you know, there's a show for that. I said, right, let's get into it. Then I watched the show, but because I watched it on like this Asian K-drama website, I noticed all of the other shows underneath, and I was like, you should check this out. I'm like, what's all this then? And then ever since then, I've been watching dramas, literally.
I got into it through Netflix. I was watching Japanese dramas, like, you know, Mischievous Kiss and the one where they like
Good Morning Call and them lot.
That's it, yeah. And then I watched those two and I was like, there's pretty much nothing else here. And then I saw there were tons of K-dramas, so I was like, all right, let's get into it. And here we are, you know.
Here we are.
Yeah.
I could never get into the Japanese ones. I just feel like the Korean ones have the budget, and the Japanese ones, they always have these synthetic wigs. They do not be slapping the
And
thing.
they're goofy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Japanese
and they try too hard to make the guys look like anime characters.
Yeah. And like
with the hair.
It's like the stiff wig, you know, the one of the high school, and it's like synthetic as fuck. Yeah, it's peak. But in K-dramas, everyone looks regular, like
like $1 million in the
Regular.
Oh yeah,
Regular.
I mean, regular. What kind of sequel do you roll with?
I mean, at least
Subway is paying for everything. That's why they have this budget.
And that ginseng extract juice that they all drink.
Oh my god, the advertising is so blatant, it's ridiculous.
I love it.
That's why it got to a point where I was finding it really hard to continue with Goblin, because there was like, you know, the
Subway every minute.
Yeah, and you know, like the recaps at the beginning, which are like, they feel like 10 minutes long, and man, I thought One Piece like recaps were bad. No, K-drama.
You can skip the recaps. I'm a skipper.
I skip scenes as well, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's what the viewfinder's there for. You hover over.
I skip scenes.
And you can
see.
I missed a kiss scene. Let me go back.
No, guys.
Outside of that,
you know how these things go. If you skip 10 seconds, I guarantee you know exactly what happened already, because we've seen 1,000 of these, and they all follow. Well, not all, but if you're going for the really corny, you know, kind of fluffy ones, you know exactly what's happening.
When Huda said that, when she was, remember we were like, how is she getting through all of these Chinese dramas? Really,
don't kill me.
50
episode Chinese dramas.
So many episodes, and she was like, yeah, I just watched them.
Yeah,
what?
Guys,
I'm with you.
It's the same thing, right? Because they'll literally do something like, I don't know,
anarchy.
It's the guy and the girl in the office, and they're trying to make them get closer, and it will be like the girl will dilly-dally for so long, like trying to do little things. It's like, know exactly what's happening. Yeah. Then she falls over, and the fall takes about 20 minutes. You know, she goes, then they cut to different angles, you know, fall. See it here, see it there. It's like, I'm skipping those motherfuckers. Then cool, she finally falls, and they're both like, and it's like, do you know what I mean? I've been here before, mate.
I was watching one K-drama, and there was a really sad scene or whatever. Like, this woman was going through it, and she had a breakdown, and I literally timed it. It was 3.5 minutes of her just crying, just multiple angles, just crying. No dialogue.
Honestly,
that's how they do their Colombian telenovelas. Like, the whole episode is a woman
exactly
in Spanish.
Exactly.
Nollywood, all them things there, you know. Like...
Hey.
But yeah, I don't skip the serious ones. I know are super dramatic, super, you know what I mean? Like I won't skip those, but the Chinese, the corny ones especially, I'm going, I know exactly what happened.
Especially if it's like irrelevant characters, you know, when like they kind of like skip to a scene where it's about like the mum and like some sister talking. I'm just like, I don't care about them, but they're not my business. I'm here for the romance.
Irrelevant subplots, that's another thing that they do. That happened in, who watched Strong Woman Do Bong Soon?
Yeah, I loved that.
See, that was banging, but they had a subplot about like this criminal enterprise. I was like, I don't give a shit about these people at all.
No one cares.
Literally did not care.
That's how I felt about what's her face in Oh My Venus, the one that was fat then lost loads of weight and then became a miserable.
Oh, that was so
all the time.
interesting.
I see her scenes all the time.
Every time I saw her face, I'd be like, next, like. Okay, you got her man. She doesn't want him anymore. What's your problem? Move.
Yeah, we want to see
She was only relevant for the look.
your salad without the dressing. Get out of my screen.
You know what I
She
mean?
was dressing though. She was dressing.
Oh, she was dressing. She was serving.
But I didn't care about her dressing.
But
I
you
will
didn't
give- I will give her
know,
that.
I want to know your story. What's happening? Oh my god, I was interested in her. I'm not gonna
I was
lie.
interested by the end with the whole like, oh, here's why she's a miserable bitch. Then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, if I watch this again, it'll be different. But the
Then-
first time I watched Oh My Venus, I could give a shit.
I hear
Yeah.
that. I hear
I still
that.
skip her, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I
man,
like
skip's
her.
pretty.
No one likes her.
But I
No
don't
one likes
recommend
her,
that
but
for new
you still be
people.
like, okay.
Yeah.
Going back to comfort food, we didn't get to hear Ifat's and Estelle's. Like, what could you keep going back to?
Emergency Couple. Like that's my go-to. It's on Viki. It's like basically these two people who were divorced and they kind of like reconnect, and it's so
drugs.
crazy and it's corn. And the guy's possessive, and like a possessive guy is my drug. In drama, not in real life. If anyone gets any ideas, no one get any ideas. In drama only, and yeah, not in real life. No one's about that possessive shit.
This going the view held by Ifat.
So,
This is a feminist podcast.
Yeah. I'm supporting women's rights, guys. Rights.
What about you, Estelle?
I don't think, just hear me out, ladies. I don't think there'd be a series I could go back to because these K-dramas are just so long. Like, I just keep them, like, I just can't. They're so long to get through. It's like, I can't.
they are a lot.
Yeah.
Episodes are long.
Like, I remember, like, the memorable ones, I'm like, oh, that was so good. But to, like, I couldn't watch it from start to finish again. I'd have to move on to the next one. That's just me.
Like certain scenes or something.
It's just too long. I just can't do it.
I think when you're so used to like 20 episode anime, it
It's
can
just
get
so
a bit.
long. I just can't do it. But that when I'm in the moment, I'm watching them. I'm like, oh, this is sick. Like, I could talk about it, but it's not the same kind of binge watching you can do like maybe an anime that I can just get through. Because I don't know. It's just I can't. When you compare it, it's like I wouldn't be able to do it. Like for
You can't sit and binge a drama.
No, because I feel like it requires a certain level of attention that I don't need to give an anime.
You need to start skipping like Huda and Ifat.
Oh.
No,
But do you know
it's-
what? Yeah, I'm not a skipper like that too tough. Like I do watch them. Okay.
I'm just pondering your whole name.
I stopped when I was watching K-dramas. I couldn't skip them because I always found like when I skip too far, I get to the point I'm like, wait, what happened here? And then you have to
No,
go back.
but you
and
don't
like,
skip minutes. You skip
Oh.
seconds.
Yeah, you have to be tactical about it.
Yeah.
This is too much thinking.
I'm not on you lot's level then because I used to be skipping whole sections. I'm like, huh? Now I need to go back. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
that's why he's doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I hear
I'm
that.
not as tactical as you guys.
You know what? Speaking of feminism, though,
I'm dead.
my favorite K-drama character is a badass bitch. Like, as in, I hate the ones that just mope around too much. I
Yeah.
can't stand
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
It's gotta be, and I think K-dramas like to do that anyway. They're like the girl who's like on job, has like 7 fucking jobs,
Yeah.
does this, does that, carries the family on her back. Like, as stressful as it is to watch sometimes, especially when she's trying to reach her goals and then like grandpa's in hospital, she has to spend all the money on him and stuff. I'm like, oh, you were so close. But I love those. I love those.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
I feel like
Grandpa, you know.
It's always a
Guys,
yeah.
there's always a hospital fee, and because she's a family girl, she pays it. Do you know what I mean?
And the siblings are always useless, so she's the one that has to carry the whole family on her head.
The brother who like knocks, oh my god, in Oh My Venus.
No, my Venus.
The brother done knocked up somebody, and now she's
The brother's
in the
unemployed and had the nerve to get his girlfriend pregnant.
had
Yeah,
the
ask for
nerve.
money. Bum.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Make your own money. Go do your
It's
own
jarring, but I like to see when they're like that, because to me
Yeah.
it just shows that you don't need anyone. Like,
Yeah.
you're not in this romantic relationship because you need this guy. It's purely like,
It's a
You
choice.
want him.
yeah.
That's how you are as a person, though, so it makes sense why.
Jeez, president. While we're in fact talking about like possessive men being her drug, but only like in fiction, made me think of like all the tropes that we see again and again. So I think with majority of dramas, like sometimes you get the gems that we all love, but majority of the time, if you've seen one, you've seen them all,
All
basically.
of them, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've curated a list. I say curate, but like someone's from memory, someone's from Googling, of the most common tropes. And this falls for like shoujo, romance, josei, and dramas. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 common tropes, and we can just say yay or nay or why. So the first one I've got is friends to lovers.
Yay.
Big yay.
Yay.
Big yay.
Big yay.
Oh, yay.
Enemies to lovers. And for one example I've got is cheese in the trap.
Yay. That's
Yay.
it.
Yay most of the time, but sometimes no.
Why no sometimes?
Like Cheese in the Trap, I didn't like it.
Okay,
I
the guy-
didn't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you know what?
I was like, no, this guy.
It took me a while to get around to it. I think the process I hated, but once it was like kind of cute, I was like, okay, I'm here for this. I can't lie.
I was
Okay,
here
but-
for their like relationship, but at the same time, the second lead syndrome has never been so strong.
Oh,
as it
that was the
in that
strongest
drama.
second lead syndrome.
And,
Lead
like-
syndrome was so high.
And the actor they got to play him as well, I was just like, how do you expect me to
Hot.
root for the main guy? Like,
yeah, he was
Okay, you know, we'll get into second lead syndrome later because I have a lot to
that
say.
is one hell of a drug. That is one hell of a drug.
Yeah.
we also have this one is I think this might be my number one of all time. I can watch it even if it's mid. I will watch it. Rich CEO falls for poor girl. Because if I could just manifest.
As tiring as
Oh,
and it is, I don't mind. I
don't mind.
I know how it's gonna go.
If it's a 5 out of 10, I will still watch. Like,
Same.
we'll
I'm
fucking
with
watch
it
that.
all.
motherfucker.
I'm with it
2 out of
all.
10
Like,
still there.
so I got an example is Secretary Kim. Love that. Again, she was a woman who was working herself to the bone. And the guy was begging her for marriage and she was saying no. Ugh.
Bye. Drug.
Love.
Next one is Forced to Live Together.
Yes,
Guys,
that's my drug.
that's another fucking smash hit. So good.
I'm trying
But
to
you
think.
know what? I only watched the Chinese ones of those and not the Korean ones for some reason. I think with the Korean ones, it's because they always have housemates and shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
the Chinese ones are always, 10 out of 10.
Got so
I've
many.
seen the
got so
Taiwanese
many-
ones as well.
Taiwanese.
I can't get into Taiwanese dramas.
Taiwanese dramas are the one. My husband, Aaron Yan, check his stuff out.
What? Okay.
Uh,
we'll
how you
talk,
spelling
we'll
that?
talk.
How do you spell
Yeah,
it?
like
Yan. He's a ting and a half.
Don't kill me, bet.
Hey.
yeah, Forced to Live Together hit.
Next one is Disapproving Parents. So one example of this is Boys Over Flowers.
Oh, that was my
I
gateway.
love Boys Over Flowers. I like that one then.
Guys, did you watch Meteor Garden?
Is it the
Yeah,
Chinese version?
Chinese
That
one.
is a Chinese version, and when I tell you, it was the most exaggerated thing in the whole world, as in the mum of the main lead refused for the guy to see the girl, so they both did a hunger strike. I don't know if that's in the other one,
I don't.
but
think-
as in,
Like,
it
I-
got so bad, literally there was ash coming out of their mouth. They were starving. and they're on the brink of death. Oh my days, it was a lot. That was a 40 episode show.
Is that like, was that, were
I
they doing,
never
like,
finished that one, you know. I couldn't finish it. It was just too long for me.
was it for comedic
Oh my
effect,
God.
or were they legit dying?
Oh no, it was for serious, and it was really intense. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, but I loved that show, like the Chinese version. I still haven't watched Birds of a Flowers, like the original.
I tried watching the original, but again, the wigs in the Japanese show.
Yeah,
That one was the one I like. That was
It
my
was so
favorite.
stiff, like the stiffest way.
There's no motion. There's no.
and also in that one is the guy like he's like a real bully, right, to the girl.
Mm.
But is there a point where he literally smacks her in that one, in the Japanese one?
No.
Okay, because he did that in the Chinese one. I was like, what the fuck is happening? As in, this girl came in with some food, like, oh, I've got some food for you. As in, it went all over. I was like,
What in the Nollywood?
I'm pretty sure that didn't happen in the Japanese or like Korean version.
and guys, that was like early on as well. I don't know how I stayed.
And she went on hunger strike for the same guy.
Yes. Oh my days.
Yeah.
It was great though. It was so good. I am not gonna lie. It was great.
I'll watch it now. I'm not gonna lie. Like this has got me intrigued.
It's interesting and it's really sweet. Like it's super cute. But it tries to be hard hitting and it's a bit too much. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I
it
guess
has to be that.
it was a bit hard
As
hitting.
in, instead of a
Can Estelle or Ifat confirm or deny whether the original is that deep?
I can't. It was kind of deep, but I don't think it was as deep as like Ashy Mouth Hunger Strike. Like I don't think that was going on. But
yeah, it was mad.
I don't remember it being
First
that,
Chinese one as well.
I
What did
think
you
the
say,
Chinese
Estelle?
was more dramatic than.
I don't remember it being that deep, like that serious in that in the original version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine it being like that.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
mad. Yeah, get into the Chinese one, lads.
The writers just said this isn't
I'll try it
zesty
out.
enough for you to add some domestic violence. Like, what?
Do you know what I mean?
Or was that before they were a couple? He was doing all that.
Yeah, it was before they were
Okay.
together.
Oh, that'd have been spooky. I mean, it's still spooky, but it would have been spookier. Next one.
In fact, back though, this guy was super possessive.
Oh, really? Oh, if that's drug.
Listen, it's different. It's different. It's not like smacking food out of anyone's hand possessive. Like Cheese in the Trap, the guy was that was like stalker level. Like I'm not advocating that kind of possessive, but
Mm.
The
a
way
bit
you
more
hit that
lenient.
explain button. Wow. Okay.
There's gonna be a huge disclaimer over this whole, like, just put a watermark
please, like,
over this whole
I
recording.
feminism, guys, no domestic violence.
We did that at the start.
Here are links to your charity. If
I'm
you get
dead.
affected by anything, never mind. Okay. So
Right, little disclaimer. Shit.
the next one is Destined Connection, and I put Goblin as an example here because
Yes.
the whole show's about destiny, isn't it?
Yes.
Universal level love.
Yes. With the red string of fate.
Red string
whatever.
fate.
The rest of the
Written in the stars.
Drugs.
What other examples do you have? I could only think of Goblin. Granted, my drama CV isn't that long, but I could only think of
I
Goblin.
can't even remember off the top of my head, you know.
Wasn't
There were
Oh My Venus? Didn't they have a connection as kids?
No, I don't
Was
think
it that show?
No.
And that was did you watch Secretary Kim? They did.
Yes, it was Secretary.
They were both
Kim.
kidnapped by the
Yeah.
same crazy woman.
Yes. Oh my days, and they both have like the same
Yeah.
flashbacks
Yeah.
and pieced it together. Yeah.
Her trauma suppressed the memory, so she didn't remember him from her childhood, but he remembered her. It was so
Yeah.
Kim
Drugs.
Bok-joo, remember
Bok-joo.
weightlifting. They knew each other as kids.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
That's
a
true.
Water Bride one as well, like Water Dragon Bride. I can't remember the name of the drama.
Bride of Haybeck, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's him. It's the same guy. He's in it, but I didn't like it. I tried one episode. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that gripping, but they were kind of like universal lovers, like, you know, lovers between the universes and kind of.
Yeah.
I think
Mm.
Chinese dramas tend to focus on that a lot more than like A-dramas.
It's true.
Wotakoi has that trope too, but
Yeah.
Hirataka's the only one that remembers her. She doesn't remember.
Oh,
him.
see, I haven't even seen that. That's not in the anime. Yeah. Guys, send me the link. I'm gonna buy the manga.
Guys, my
Literally, watch
baby.
the anime, read the. girl
And they're quite thick.
had to act up. Like,
Oh
I
my
get mine. I
gosh.
get mine as well.
husband. Look at him.
perfect man
Queens.
Babe.
in 2D form.
Oh guys, I need this. Yeah,
A
send me the
full
Wait,
Ruby
let me
King.
Window.
get mine as well.
He's the
Faithful
definition.
husband. Submissive king.
And
That's
how
what the
many
life was
volumes?
ready.
How many volumes?
I
Four.
think there's 4 officially in English.
Yes.
Gang, gang, gang.
Guys, give me a fucking one day Amazon, next day I'm getting it.
And the side couple, equal amount of drugs.
Oh yeah.
I love them. I love them.
These two, king
These
and
two
queen.
right here,
King and queen.
king and queen.
You guys are 2 million right now.
My second volume. Okay, we're getting my second.
Literally, what's the mangaka's name? Fujita. Fujita, please sponsor us.
Please.
Please.
Please
I will
go
die
faster,
for
sis.
this.
We're so
Yeah.
thirsty.
No drugs.
High five. Look at us go.
I'm dead.
Who did
And
I left out right now? Who did I was just like,
I'm like, don't
what am I
worry,
doing in?
guys, don't worry.
Come
This
on.
story.
I'm
Join
watch-
the gang. Come
please
on, it's
watch
worth
this
it.
I
Please
need
watch
it.
Witakoi. Please read Witakoi. Please
It's the one.
Read
write
it.
letters to Vegeta and tell her to draw quicker because
Literally, I hadn't heard of the manga. Like, I heard it because I think probably you guys had probably read it. So then when the anime came out, you just put it in the group chat. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch this one.
Mm.
And then that was it. Like I didn't even look further into it, but I'm ready.
I
Well,
watched it before the manga came out. It's the mangaka's an independent artist. That's why she's
That's
not
why it
like
takes
with
ages
she's
to
not like
publish.
serialized anywhere. She's just like she published it online first and then it got published in print.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have one more on the list of tropes and it's continuous in all caps. Continuous misunderstandings. And I've put Kimi no Todoke as an example of that.
That anime was cute.
It was
That
cute as
anime
hell,
was mad cute.
but I after like chapter 30 something, I just stopped. I was like, let me skip ahead
It
and
gives
see if
me
they actually
anxiety.
get together because it was getting annoying. And shoujo manga does this all the time. I feel like that's why I kind of gravitate more towards more like mature romance stories now, like
Yeah.
with the boy, like with
Yeah.
adults.
Because they do
Yeah.
in an adult way. Yeah.
Like stuff like Paradise Kiss and Nana,
Mm.
and what else is along those lines? Because I need more of them. There's not
Jellyfish.
enough anyway.
Princess Jellyfish. That's it.
Definitely
Okay,
recommend.
Princess
You'll love it.
Jellyfish.
It's so cute.
Cool. Yeah,
just-
there's not many like that. There's a drought,
I
man.
feel like there's so many, but because they just don't get popular because they feature adults
Yeah.
instead of high schoolers. Like
Yeah.
anything featuring high schoolers is always going to bang more. Like even if you look
Yeah.
at seinen, the battle shonens will be hype every season, but yeah,
Yeah.
people are
I
drawing.
don't know
these
what the
mangas.
obsession is with like youth. I think it's like even I'm watching a drama right now, and it's like of this kid who runs away from home, and he's like 19, so he's not kid, but he's in like high school, and he tells this girl that he's 24 and she's 24, so now they've kind of got a romance story going on, and then it gets exposed that he's like a high schooler, and I'm like, oh,
This
just
sounds like a
ruined
familiar
everything.
plotline. What's it called?
It's called Dol Lala Soul. It's kind of like a
Oh, yeah.
Korean
Why you
do re
laughing?
mi fa sol la ti do kind of thing.
The dramas have
Um,
whack names, man.
Yeah,
It's like how every
yeah,
Korean webtoon is like the god of something. Like Korean dramas
yeah,
just having the weirdest.
Yeah, God of High School, Tower of God. There's a lot of God going on.
yeah, true. But it's like ongoing. I have to watch it every week, but it's just pissed me off that he's a high schooler now. I'm like, okay, you're like 19, but still
Ruining
like, so annoying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of more mature love stories, there was one, I don't know if you remember it in Forbidden Planet, if that was these two, they were high school friends and they reconnected like after
yeah.
college. They're both adults now, and he got in an accident in between the time they weren't speaking. So he's
I want to buy that one. What's
yeah,
it
he's in a
called?
wheelchair now, and it's all about her. Like they reconnect and they start like a romantic relationship, and she has to like confront her own prejudices against like the disabled people, like all this stuff, and they have to like
Wow.
navigate their relationship. And I was just like, I need more
I'm
manga like
here for
this.
this.
That
don't remember
there
the
is literally
name.
nothing out there like that.
I don't
that
remember the name. Like I just saw the
disgusting.
cover, like they were holding hands, and he was in a wheelchair. I was like, oh, okay. And I read the synopsis, and I looked at the art. The art was really nice as well.
Why didn't we get it? I was panicking. We had 10 minutes left.
Those loudspeakers, like, the store's closing in 5 minutes.
Oh, mad.
I
Ran.
called the house husband and went upstairs. I've got the name. I will, in like our thread afterwards, we'll link it. If I remember, I will look it up. But yeah, for sure.
Or
Maybe-
post lockdown, we'll go back and look for the
Maybe if
cover.
you Google this.
It's lockdown.
Post lockdown. When will that day come? It's been 84 years.
84 years.
Man. But yeah, what were we saying? How many tropes left? Is that the last one?
That was the last one. So yeah.
So what is you guys' favourite trope of all of those?
Might have to be the rich CEO for poor girl.
I think about
We're in a
So,
recession, so it's gonna hit harder now than ever before. I'm about to go back into my second ticket.
Me.
Yeah.
Through my
I think
Venus again.
that is my favourite as well. It's because it's like the girl is never a beggar, you know? She's
Yeah.
not that, which
The
is
guy's
why
always begging.
a
Like,
good one. Exactly. It's just that she's a nice girl and she's fallen into a bit of money. We love to see
Good
it.
for her. She deserves it.
she deserves.
She deserves it.
Become the queen.
Literally.
That drug hits the hardest as well when the girl realizes how rich he is and she gets overwhelmed and it like kind of
she's
turns
like-
her off and she's like, oh, I can't quit, I'm overwhelmed. And
Possibly
you have to go and beg
accept
her in the middle of the night, like, no, please, don't leave me. I'm sorry, I'm rich. I'm like,
this. Sorry, I'm rich.
yes. I love it so much.
Oh, shit, so true.
I'm gonna
Is it the same for you guys as well?
Yeah, I like rich
Yeah.
people. Yeah, that's my drug. Because
Mm.
like they're adults as well. Like I think I'm kind of tired of high schoolers now.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Like, yeah.
And don't forget, you have the rich CEO and then his evil mum. Like, you got to add that extra spice as well. Like,
Yeah, sprinkle it in.
You know what's refreshing though? A nice mum. I really like a nice mum. Or a nice grandma. You know, like the mum's evil, but the grandma's,
Grandma's nice.
Nice.
You always need the nice grandma to eat.
you know, you need someone on your side kind of thing.
I think that's why Secretary Kim was so good because like literally the whole family was nice. They had their secrets and stuff, but they really like even when the son was misbehaving, they would go like behind the son's back to beg the woman like, please forgive our son.
Yeah.
Like,
It's because she was so on job.
he's
Literally.
useless, but please like accept him.
Yeah.
but I love an evil mum and an evil sister as well. Let's add extra spice on that.
Extra spice.
Oh, yeah.
Sprinkle it in.
For me, it's definitely like being forced to live with each other and the universal love, like the fate connects you kind of. I love that stuff, man. What can I say? I'm softly romantic deep down, so it kind of appeals to me.
Deep down.
You wear it on your sleeve, mate.
Surface level.
Like this whole there's no pretense to be had here in this episode.
Yeah.
Don't expose me here. I'm
Mask
on
off.
experience.
Yeah, I love that.
Cool.
I'm trying to think of other tropes.
I feel like there's another one. You know when they contract marriages.
Forced marriages.
Yeah.
Yo!
Marriage of convenience.
I just step in my bag. This one is a
How could I
good
forget?
one.
I need drama recommendations for this. I don't think I've seen one with this.
Wait,
Oh
there's
my
I've
God.
seen a couple and
My
they
is like my Mr. O or something. Oh my god, she found this guy from the mountains, literally. Like a guy from a rural village, and I'm not sure what brought him down. I think he was like looking for something, and she met him up there, and she's constantly being told that she's single and she has to go find somebody. So I think she just marries him to
Just
get
found
everybody
someone.
off her back.
Love it.
But yeah, very good.
What was it
Oh.
called? Sorry?
My Mr. O? Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Is it on Netflix? Because I'll watch it tonight.
Tonight.
Nice.
Tonight. Let me get it out.
I can't even lie. Like
What
talking
else is a
about this
contract?
situation, yeah.
The best contract marriage, because this is my first life.
Oh, I loved that. It was so
That
cute
one
and
was
wholesome.
Real as fuck. Yeah, because it was
Yeah, 'cause
wholesome,
the
but also
guy's not-
super.
He's on like a scale of like the Asperger's like scale, isn't
It
he?
seems that way, yeah, for sure. But I'm not sure if I don't know if that
That's
was
the case,
confirmed or
I
not.
don't
But banging, like that was so. It felt like a book, really. It was written like how you read, kind of like not dramatic, but like soul searching kind of books. I can't explain it, but yeah, it had that vibe.
It was really good, yeah. There's a Taiwanese drama called Convenient Love, and that's a contract marriage between a rich CEO and well, she's not a poor girl, but she's an up and coming actress, so I recommend that. Check that one out. Really good. Yeah, it's got 2 drugs, so you can't go wrong with it. And the guy's low-key possessive. So
let's talk about
the disclaimer. Is just going to go across the screen again. We're going to timestamp with the disclaimer.
Let's unpack this possessive man.
Let's unpack.
Yeah,
it's a new segment.
Don't analyze me here.
4 Eyes Counselling.
Girls counselling.
Girls counselling.
I don't actually have anything to unpack. It's like in real life, I'll shut it down, but
look how loud her voice went.
This. Oh yeah, it's called My Contracted Husband, Mr. O.
I'm so done. Self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen Cinderella and the Four Knights?
Is that Korean?
Yeah.
Oh wait, is it the one where she's forced to live in the house with the 4 guys?
Yeah, so it's like 4 handsome men, 1 house.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
At some point, I think everybody in the house likes her, so she has to like take her pick, basically.
You know what?
But it's proper sweet because even though they're all like falling for her and stuff, it still seems like they're like friends as well. So it's kind of nice.
You know, the standard like harem like trope. I guess you don't really see that much in shoujo. It's more a shonen thing, where it's like one guy and all the girls love him. I can't stand it. But when it's the reverse, I might peep.
There you go.
I'm looking.
Feminism.
I'm looking.
Yeah, let's go with that. Feminism.
No lies. Do you guys like the old ones? Like the ones that have been filmed in like 2008 and stuff?
Those are the ones I used to watch when I was in school.
Same.
Okay.
I think because I got started out with like the glossy high budget dramas. If I want
Me too.
Now, it's a struggle.
Yeah.
Like Keys in the Trap was what?
But I like them though, because I'm the same. I've started with the 2016 glossy big budget ones, but because of Goblin, you know, our king, Gong Yu, he's like a K-drama veteran, so you can go back and look at some stuff, and he had a drama called Coffee Prince.
I love that!
Oh,
That's the oldest one I've watched.
that's meant to be
one
like
there.
the blueprint.
That is the blue. It's so good, and it's like the older ones I think have better writing for sure.
Yeah.
Completely unskippable, just saying. Me, the skipper, yeah. Unskippable, literally, so good. And then I watched Pasta, you know, the dad from Parasite.
Oh yeah.
He was in Coffee Prince. I was like,
Ooh.
I need to follow your career.
Okay, I'm gonna
as
watch it
well.
now.
Yeah, he's a really famous actor. He's done like he's been so many films and like
books. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
very familiar. I even watched Parasite. I was like, I've seen you in something. Like,
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm following his career from Coffee Prince, and he did a show called Pasta, another banger, and I think it's like 2009. I love the writing of the old ones. I just can't find like proper good ones. So I just need recommendations, girls.
Have you seen Guong?
No, what's that?
It's basically the girl's forced to marry like the Prince of Korea. Obviously they don't have a monarchy at the moment, but like in this fake alternate version of Korea, she's kind of like made to marry into like the royal family, and like it just follows her life. The like, you know, contract marriage trope. Yeah. So I reckon that's really old. I think that's like from 2004 or something.
Oh, 4. Okay.
I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. Let me quickly Google.
Just to classify
old
the drugs here. Do they hate each other before they get married, or?
She hates him, yeah.
Oh,
2006. Yeah, their hairs are definitely gelled in these ones, by the way. Just saying, the unmovable hair.
The stiff,
Okay.
the stiff hair. It's just like you're trying to convince me this guy's a heartthrob, but his hair is so dumb. Like, can't move past it.
Oh, guys, you know what else I'm really toxic for doing? When I read a drama and I'm like, oh, okay, this looks good, and then like you open it and the main lead is like a dead thing. I'm toxic as fuck.
Well, I mean, why
I
would
will
you
not watch
bother?
that
Like,
shit.
because you have to like root for them, innit? And if the guy is
You have to
unattractive,
root for
then
them. You have to be like, oh, sis, if I was you, do you know what I mean? But it's like,
Yeah.
That's like 1 hour episodes. Of course, if it's, you know.
yeah, that's a long time
It's
to
a
watch someone who's. not
so I'm not even gonna lie, I'm so glad that they're like stupidly picking with casting because but I felt that way about something that you watched, Kira, because you told us to watch it. I was like, cool, and then I opened it and I was like,
Oh.
oh,
Was it?
hold on, I'll find it. I think
Was
I
it the one
remember.
in the clip you sent? And he's fly kick. And then you said they're all fly kicking. They're fly
I
kicking
think
all of them. But there was one specific clip.
I feel like he's a
But they're in like a
writer.
bar or something, and he fly kicks the other guy. And they both have spiky hair.
I don't know, but is it about writing, Kira? I think.
Or like the one with like a library or librarian or.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
And it was quite a new one as well.
Something of a book, something. Like that doesn't really narrow it down, but
I've definitely recommended.
Romance is a bonus book.
Yeah, that's
the
it,
one.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he's not hot. I don't find him like. Hot. I just
You think
thought
he's.
it was-
Oh.
No, I don't. I just thought it was. Good.
I was like, okay. I was like, he's not like lead on work or anything, but I could see why he's attractive. I would like conventionally attractive, even though I
Yeah,
don't find him
Your
attractive.
face said it all. You're just like,
So I was just like, oh yeah, it was all right. Like that's not the reason why I stopped watching it. I was just like,
Mm.
Ooh, snap.
oh no, I found that interesting.
At the point that I recommended it to you, I thought it was a very good K-drama. But since then, I have seen more K-dramas, and I'm just like, okay, it's kind of mid, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I hear that.
Okay, I don't need to feel bad about not finishing it then.
I mean, feel bad because
I mean, I'm not gonna feel bad because you still haven't finished Goblin, so.
just like, excuse me, now that have you?
you finished Beastars without me. Do you want to go there?
How does that relate to what we're discussing right now?
I'm dead.
Have you finished Goblin? Yes or no?
Have you?
No. But I'm not judging you for not finishing it.
I'm so judging you,
You-
guys.
you
And
just
how
like
far
me,
are
man.
you?
The only
Like,
one
what's
just like
happening
me.
in you guys'
the only one
episodes?
who
Just
can
like
get at
me.
me, but no, the only two people.
Girl,
who
you
can
just like
finish
me.
Not finishing Goblin is Huda and Iffy. Not
He
you.
just
Girl,
like
you
me.
just like me.
Oh shit. Yeah, guys, I judge you hard for that.
Me too.
I mean,
I
you be
will-
skipping
I
shit
will get
too.
in.
Like, I don't know, sis.
I've been harassing
Hey,
you for years
And
now.
I haven't missed shit.
You're ugly shaming.
They got me. They got me.
Netflix. Netflix is so accessible. So finishing Goblin means I'd have to like go to Kiss Asian or something like that. And I'm
That is
like,
also true.
why?
Is
I
it
get-
not on Wiki?
yeah.
If Goblin was on Netflix, I would have been finished it.
Oh yeah, like.
I hear
Because
that.
I'm not paying for Vicky, and those ads are annoying.
Sorry.
Oh, the ads are bad. The ads are really bad. It's like £3 though.
There was
Actually, it's only worth it if you're seriously in your K-drama bag.
Yeah,
like at
thing.
some point, I was
When
bam,
Netflix
bam,
is right there,
back to back. I don't pay for it anymore.
I need to be
I
really
used to
sad.
pay for it as well.
Second binge.
Yeah.
The only two I really want to watch that would be on Viki is Goblin and what's the one that you said that I would like? I can't remember.
Because it's my first life.
No. Like right at the beginning, there was one that you said that I would like.
Oh yes, I already forgot. Fuck.
But that one, but you can't remember the
Okay,
name of.
when I remember the name.
Those are the only two that I would watch.
Yeah.
It's just on Netflix, you know, so I can't really justify spending money to watch like 2K dramas.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Mm.
It's not worth it if you're not like deep in your bag, which is why I stopped paying for it too, because I just stopped watching it back to back.
Yeah. I actually haven't seen a K-drama properly since I came back from Korea. I can't do it anymore.
What did it just
The veil was
ruin
lifted.
everything?
It's
The
not
veil
even
was
that. It's
lifted.
not- I mean, yeah, the veil was lifted, but it's just more like I'll see things and I'll recognize it and I'll be like, in there, I know, but like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
need to go there.
you need to go.
One day.
I can't believe Kira came all the way and neither of us decided to go to a Subway together.
Oh my god, yeah.
There's Subway at home. Like,
I mean, we got.
But you have to live out the K-drama fantasy.
We did
oh yeah,
Do you
the-
guys
sorry.
like go to all those cool cafes that they go to?
We went to Baskin and Robbins, remember?
Yes, we did twice.
Yeah. There was one in my building.
Yeah.
That's honest.
Great.
What?
Guys, I'm just going on a K-drama tour basically because there are some spots where they have lunch and I'm like, oh yeah, I could eat lunch here.
No, literally,
I could.
big career
You know-
boot energy if I ever go to Seoul. Like,
Bro,
sorry.
To be honest, when I went to go and visit Iffy out in Korea, like I only went there because like she was there and I'm friends with her brother. So like Korea was not on my like list like that. I was like, meh. I watched
Mm.
fine, but I was like, no. And then since I've been, I'm like, damn. Now I kind of want to do the whole experience K-drama stuff.
You can pay for K-drama tours, you know. They actually do
Oh,
them.
really?
So
There
Of course
are-
they do them.
Oh.
They know there's money to be made.
Yeah.
Of course. But yeah, I think that's a good place to leave it, guys. This was a great discussion. I feel empowered to go back and finish Goblin.
Please. Wait, have you seen Coffee Prince? Oh, just
Really
watch
good.
that. Like that's I would just tell you to watch that. Literally,
Okay.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Bet.
The girl's strong in that as well. She carries the family on her back.
It does.
Okay. Cool. I will do. I actually need to go back and listen to this and like note down all the recommendations because
even a
There's
girly
been-
girl, which I think
Yeah, I've heard some new like ones that I'm like, oh, I haven't on before. So just hearing you guys talk about it kind of encouraged me to check
Yeah.
them out.
that contract marriage one where she collected the husband from the mountain, that might get me back into
She
K-drama.
collected
I
them.
have a feel. I have a feeling.
That,
So, yeah.
that mountain husband.
Literally.
Yeah,
But
that's a
yeah.
good one. And you know, Coffee Prince, it's like, oh, hold on, someone's opening my door. Wait, one sec. Hold on. Nah, don't. Sorry. She's like, what do you call it? Androgynous.
yeah.
Ooh,
you-
okay.
Like
And so she gets a job because this new cafe's hiring and they only want boys. And then like the boss falls in love with her whilst she's a man. And it's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. And it's
It's
so
really
interesting.
good.
Mulan type beat.
it's so good. And it's
Yeah,
got
but he didn't fall in love with. Oh, he did. Kind of, yeah.
Lee fell in love with Mulan when she was a man, and then he felt betrayed when he found out she was a woman.
Yeah, it's literally Mulan, like for real. It's literally Mulan.
It's got Oran High School Host Club vibes.
I have never watched that, you know.
I haven't either.
Oh, okay.
I haven't either.
Move.
We move.
watched it.
We move.
Wait, have none of us watched it apart from Ifat? Oh,
No.
we're fake. Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
That right now.
Go on then.
Opening
what's
is a
this
banger.
about?
I'm just saying, putting it out there.
Oh, okay.
I think when I first got into anime, as in like watching it in 3 parts on YouTube, I tested it out. But that was around the same time I was watching Peach Girl, and I was like too deep into that for anything else. So I
Peach
never
Girl.
finished
Oh
it.
my god. That's one toxic anime. you
But it
know?
was so good.
Guys, wait. What is the most toxic thing you've watched?
Nana.
Yes, it's Nano.
I didn't watch it, but I read the manga. It was a hot mess. I didn't finish it. Hot Gimmick
Hot gimmick. No, I haven't
by
heard of
Miki
that.
Aihara. If you
That
Google Miki-
author.
I will resurface a tweet thread I made because I was thinking there was something else I read by her. I didn't put 2 and 2 together that it was the same author that wrote Hot Gimmick, and I was just like, I went back to look at everything she wrote. I went on my anime list to see everything she's ever written, and like there's something wrong with her. Like she's never written anything normal.
I'm dead.
Hot Gimmick, the guy is literally, he treats her like he hates her. Basically, there's no kind of justification, explanation for why they should be together, and she's trying to spin it in a way that it should be romantic, but he's verbally, emotionally, physically like abusive. And it's like I got to like the 3rd volume before I was just like, wait, what's going on here? They're trying to like, she's trying to like justify everything.
She must have a humiliation fetish or something.
I'm gonna stop reading right here. The same thing is this woman. He's in her late 20s. She doesn't know where her life is going. He's like, oh, I need to find a husband or I'm die. And she meets this guy. Like, you know, I forgot the Japanese term for it. Basically, they not arranged marriage, but they kind of like they set each
like a marriage interview thing.
Yeah, the marriage interview thing.
Oh,
This
yeah.
guy, and he's like a monk and everything, and really like serious, like he's like a proper man and everything. So you think this is gonna be a good man for her, and he ends up being like. He's possessive, but not in the way that
I dropped
he basically
that.
like
I dropped it.
you can't have any friends, forget your families, sit in my house, blah blah blah.
Not allowed to leave.
Give up on your career. You don't need to travel. You need to do nothing. And like she is like, oh no, but I love you. Like,
wow.
How did we get from A to Z? Like,
She was in jail. She was in jail because of him. Like she couldn't leave the house past 5 p.m. or something like that. And I was just like,
oh, dead.
I closed.
Oh wait, for a second, I thought you meant that she went to jail because of him, as in like she really got locked up.
His
I was
house
like,
was jail.
oh, this guy's done it. Oh, I said.
No, literally, I closed the reading tab. I was like, let me look at the tags for this. And like, there's no psychological. Anyway, it just says romance drama.
She's like a prisoner in their own home, basically.
The romance because this does not spark joy, and all her shit's like that. There's another one, and there's like a really inappropriate relationship with a teacher and a student, and not even like, oh yeah, it's like a senior in high school, blah blah blah, and it's just a power dynamic that's weird. It's not illegal. No, the guy's literally 14 years old, and the teacher's like in her late 20s, and you don't find out until like a few chapters in. It's like, god damn it, like
yeah, you just go.
Goodbye.
Oh, that's over. That's finished. Yeah. So Google Miki Aihara is her name, and she's got.
Do I even want to see this shit? I don't think I do.
She's never written one good thing in her life. Like,
damn.
I don't. That name just went.
Yeah. So hot gimmick is the most toxic thing I've read.
Yeah, I think for me it's Nana for sure. You guys were talking about this the other day, weren't you? That Nobu is a bum. I'm just saying.
Oh, but.
But it was like someone who was defending like toxic anime guys, right?
Toxic anime, different toxic
I
anime
tagged
boys.
you guys in it.
Yeah, why? Thanks. You ruined my life.
If I tagged it, she went to go make a cup of tea, and she came back. She's like, "What happened?"
So I met them into
like 5
emotional
episodes, and I open up my app, and I'm like, "What is going on?"
I was there like, "Why are you booing me? I'm right," and everyone's booing me. I was like, "Press, back me up." And then they came like, "Yeah, that nigga a bum."
Nobu is a damn bum. I'm sorry.
King Takumi.
King Takumi.
He's cute.
No,
You
I'm
know?
sorry. I hate
What is
emoji.
cute?
Sorry, sad loser.
Useless.
Like, you can be as kind-hearted as you want, but
you
if
would
you
hate
just
a guy like that for yourself.
trash.
To me,
Just because Nana's dumb, innit?
love
yeah.
is love.
Stupid.
I think she should have ended up with Nobu. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she should.
They would have both ended up in McDonald's
have.
because they're both
She
stupid.
would have ruined him.
She
She needs someone like Takumi.
How
I'm
come he's
sorry.
ruining her? What are you talking
She
about?
would have been on the
for
street
the money,
if she
for
went
the
with Nobu.
status. Love is love. They loved each other.
Yeah, love is
Love is not enough.
Love is love, guys.
I'm sorry. You guys know that Nana is toxic. She would have ruined him, and he would have turned homeless from the stress. You know it. He would literally, Phil Mitchell. Well, bites of dust. That's what he would have turned into. But Takumi,
You say
Oh,
Nobu would have
no.
become an alcoholic.
toxic, man.
Let's kiss him. I'm disgusted.
a king.
Toxic AF. Like
I'm
emotional abuse central. That's him.
Not really, because
Really?
the lines were clear to begin with. Nana
He
is
never
just a
lied
puppy
to her.
dog.
She knew what
She's
it was.
She's a puppy. That's literally it.
Okay, so this has
Gotta
been
wrap
a
it up.
great discussion, guys. I hope we're all still friends. But before we wrap up, I'd like everyone to leave whoever's watching or listening with one recommendation. It could be an anime, it could be a manga, it could be a drama, but one romance, anime, manga, or drama that they should consume. So I'll start with Ifat.
Otakoi, like that's all I'm saying. Otakoi.
Mine is also Watakoi. Kira.
for anime, Nana. For K-drama, One Spring Night.
Estelle.
Oh, I'm on the spot now. Anime, I'd say. I thought Inuyasha was cute. It's cute. It's got a bit of it romance, bit of action. So if you like a very like combination of that, I'd say watch Inuyasha.
Cool. And Huda.
For anime, I would say My Little Monster, and for drama, I would say Coffee Prince. Coffee Prince for sure.
Good choices, ladies. So where can everyone find you? So make sure you're following For Eyes Academia. We're For Eyes Academia #4, Eyes Academia, everywhere online, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, everywhere, and Twitch. So we just made affiliate, so more regular streaming coming your way very soon. Make sure you're following Ifa, aka the Baki Hime, on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Can we shout out No Signal?
Yeah, go on.
make sure you're following No Signal on Twitter and Instagram.
That's right.
You already know about No Signal. I don't need to talk about No Signal. And make sure you're following. Do you want people to follow you?
Go on then, if you want to.
Make sure you're.
I never know
I'm
how
just
to
making
say
editing
my-
long for Estelle right now. Make sure
I'm
you're
just
following.
like,
Make sure you're following _Shakira on Twitter. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Say bye.
Bye.